we're live. Morning.
Is that one live too?
Nah.
Oh.
Okay.
Check and connect.
Morning.
Hello.
Whoa, that was the best one possible. Hello and welcome to today's webinar, How to Start a Side Hustle on Instagram.
People on here already.
People are already joining. Hi, people. Okay, I got to try and do this question thing. Post a question sticker to your story. Yeah, but how do I do that?
Hey,
Hi.
Ashley. Hey, Lou.
The Instagram girl is trying to work out how to Instagram something. Hang on. Hi, guys. How do I... But yeah, okay, I want to.
We're adding the questions.
But why doesn't it let me? This is what I don't understand.
We just need to get better eyes.
Hi!
Hello! Oh,
Look
guys,
who just
24
joined.
people already.
Look who's joining.
Hi,
All of our
Cara.
friends.
Oh, so supportive.
Hi, friends. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So, now that I can't work out how to do the question sticker, that's fine. We'll just have to laugh.
We'll just wing it.
We'll just wing it. I've got my Get It Girl top though, so this is good. Do you think I should wear this on the news today?
Why not?
Okay, I will.
Do it.
Look out for this on Channel 9 at 4 p.m. because I will also be wearing my t-shirt. And it's thanks to Boss Lady Events as well.
Yes.
Oh.
So,
Yes.
shall we get started?
Yes, let's do it.
All right. Please tell us who you are and what you do.
Okay, so I'm Eloise Smith, and
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I am
No, I'm going to keep pressing
the
this.
best
And
one.
you're not allowed to talk.
So I'm Eloise, and I'm a virtual assistant. So I specialise in social media management, content creation, and copywriting. And help small businesses with all of the above.
Have you ever done makeup related stuff?
No,
Why are you so pretty?
oh, so
Why are you
I
so
don't-
pretty,
I
love?
can't do
Did you get your
compliments.
makeup professionally
Oh,
done?
my lashes. No, but these lashes are
For
from
you.
the party on.
Oh, look, that's the notification that I said comes up. That's really annoying.
No, you took him off and he's back.
And he's back.
No, these lashes are from when Mel did my makeup on Saturday for the party, and they haven't come
And they're
off yet.
still
So
there?
I'm just like washing my face like this because I'm like, I want you here forever.
You are so funny. I love that. Okay, how did you become a social media virtual assistant? And do you have any official qualifications?
I feel like this could be a long story, but I'll try and do it as most succinctly.
We've got
as
an
I
hour.
can. That's
I forgot
true.
to say that beforehand. We have an hour. See that clock there?
Does it time out? Is it just like
Insta Live will
Okay,
time out.
cool.
So there's your first tip.
Yes.
You can only do live for a maximum of an hour. But see that up there?
It's timing us.
That's the clock.
Cool.
So that doesn't time out, but
Can
that
you,
will.
can you tell this is my first live? Because didn't know that. Thanks for the fun.
That's
facts.
okay. No problem.
So yeah, basically,
Do you want the question again?
Yeah, do it again. Yeah, because no one else knows what's going on.
How did you become a social media virtual assistant? Do you have any official qualifications? Qualifications.
Okay, so
Okay.
I was basically working in a full-time job as a flight attendant.
Mm-hmm.
Friggin' hated it.
Mhm.
Needed to get out. It was just the worst lifestyle ever. Not for me. I was never home with my dogs. Everyone knows how much I love my dogs.
You
Never
do.
home with my partner. And
How long did you do that for?
a year and a half.
Okay.
So it didn't really last that long.
Okay.
Loved it at first. It was
Hallelujah.
something that I really, really enjoyed doing at first, and then I hated it. And I basically, to get out of that hellhole for me,
Extreme.
for me, it was
Chicken
just,
or fish
I don't get it.
on the food? Isn't that the
Oh,
option?
chicken or veg. Always.
Chicken or veg?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's usually a veg.
See, she knows.
So yes, it was very soul destroying for me. It wasn't for me. Some people love it. I basically took the next job that came up, and it was an admin job, part-time. And again, that was not happiness for me. I sat there for I was there for a month, and I remember this day so clearly, sitting at the desk thinking, oh, this is making me miserable. Like, I'm not using my skills. I do have skills beyond sending emails and answering calls and doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I just felt like I had no purpose there.
Yeah.
And I walked down to my car, trying not to cry, and messaged Mark, my partner, and said, I can't do this anymore. I need to create something that is going to bring me happiness and is going to use my skills, and it's going to make me feel like I'm making a difference. And it was 5 months because I was in a 6-month contract, and in my head I was like, I'm going to stick out the 6 months because that's what I've signed up to. So yeah, that was the first step. It was me being like acknowledging that I wasn't happy in what I was doing and that I needed to do something different.
Yeah.
So
which is a big step, because when you get in the, I guess, just routine, and you're so in routine, you're just in this routine of like making money, paying bills, paying bills, and you don't think about whether what you're doing to make money is enjoyable or not.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of stop with the status quo, especially when you've got that stability of like you're getting an income.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was my first decision, but this actually is something people have been telling me to do for years. They've always said to me, you're really good at social media, you have an eye for like taking photos, you're really good at writing, why don't you do this? And I never believed in myself that I could do it. I never thought that this was, I also just was like, this is easy, this is fun. Who's going to pay me to do something like this? Like,
welcome to my world.
Living your best life, and people are paying you to do it. So it's so good.
Yeah.
But
tell them about your blog.
One of the reasons people kept saying that is because I was running a blog as well when I was working full time. Basically from when I graduated uni, because yes, I did go to uni. That's the second part of the question.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing a blog just so that I could be writing still, and that because writing has always been a passion of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And people, contacted me through that blog and said, can you look after my social media? Can you do this? And at the time, I did pick up a few things a few years ago where I think I was getting paid something like $5 a day to be looking after people's social media.
$5 a day. So basically, you were rolling in it.
Yeah, I
know. Go on.
Cash, money.
Calm down, Kylie Jenner. Calm down.
And then the more that people kept saying,
Ali,
hello.
She can't handle all the beauty in this life. Stop it.
It's all you, baby.
It's all Robert.
Robert's everywhere.
Robert's everywhere today. Robert are our pimples, for
you
those of you that don't
yours.
know. You can't see yours?
Makeup. What was I saying? Yes.
The blog.
Oh, yes.
So $5 a day?
$5 a day to be helping people with social media.
And then you bought a Lambo.
Yeah, with all my hard-earned cash. Cash, money.
Get that money.
And the more that people kept coming to me and saying you should do this, I guess it started to sink in, and I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. Oh, husband.
Sorry, my husband just called. Babe, if you're watching this, call me back in an hour.
Yeah. And so I guess that was the start of it, and I was first making that choice that I needed to do something that made me happy, and second realizing, okay, maybe I do have some skills here, and people do, like, there were people coming to me saying, I want you to do this for me, and it took years for it to click. Like, for the penny to drop, it took years.
Crazy, right? It's so funny when people say that you're good at something, you don't naturally think, oh, maybe I could do that for a job. You're just like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, because it comes naturally to you.
Yeah.
Like when something comes naturally to you, you don't see it as something anyone else is going to need. Because you don't see it as like game changing, where other people are like, I can't do that. I need someone to do that for me.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
So I feel like that was a very long-winded answer to...
No, it's a good one. I'm just turning this on a little bit.
And yes, I also did go to uni. So I went to uni and I studied media communications and journalism, PR, and a bit of marketing. So I guess it was always kind of there, but when I graduated, I thought I never wanted to do it. When I left, I was like, I'm so over this. Like, I did not want to do...
Do you think you were over the class? Like, do you think, you were over the learning and the classroom and just like, get me out of this space? Yeah.
And it was like the relief of it being done.
Yeah.
And that's why I started my blog, because I was like, cool, this gives me an outlet, and it was just for a hobby. And then when I realized, okay, this could be something more, that's when, and with a lot of like encouragement and belief from other people in me.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so important. You need people that really like believe in you, because I
Totally.
think it's the hardest thing to do is believe in yourself.
And it's hard enough on your own as well. You do need to be surrounded by people saying you've got this, because you're your own worst enemy in business all the time.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter how much confidence you have or how good you actually are at what you do. I think when your passion overrides earning money for something, you become so pedantic and such a perfectionist, and you really get down on yourself.
Yeah, and it's because you've got no one else to talk to. It's like when you work for someone else, if you're like, there's a decision that you need to make and you're a little bit like, oh, what do I do? You've got someone else to talk to or bounce around ideas. When it's your own business, the buck stops with you. There's no one else. And so if you're having moments of doubt, which happens all the time,
all day, every day for the rest of your business life,
it never goes away.
It never goes away. It just gets, if you are feeling in any kind of doubt, it happens every day.
Yeah.
But I think that's what makes it really exciting as well, because when you overcome that low, the highs are so high, and you won't get that from anything else.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And knowing that you built it yourself is really important.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. Tell me about your customers.
So I work with small business owners. Small business is something I'm really passionate about. I actually came from a background of my dad had his own bookstore, and I worked in it for 7 years.
Cute.
And
I love that.
Yeah, I love books, but I don't read much anymore, but I do love them.
So cute.
So working for him, I really saw, especially it being my own family, my own family's livelihood, I saw how much passion goes into it, and how much stress he felt, and how much, like, it all came down to him, and it was for us, it was for the family, it was for our livelihood, and and so that's something that I want to be able to give back. It's like, I want to help small business owners, because I know when I'm helping small business owners, I'm helping not just their business, I'm helping their family, I'm helping their family life.
So true.
I'm giving them back time, I'm taking away stress, and they just get to have a happier home life as well. So small business owners.
And I feel the same. I get that completely.
Yeah.
Working with smaller businesses,
it's very fulfilling.
Yeah, it touches you more. Ooh, it touches you more. But it does, versus working with bigger corporations that maybe you're just working with, like the marketing person that ultimately, whether they succeed or not,
are still getting paid.
They're still getting paid. Whereas a small business owner who literally, like, that one sale that they get off social media can change their day. I love that. I love that so much.
I feel like you're making a difference. Like, there's so many ways you can make a difference in this world. Yeah. And I guess it's coming down to, like, finding something that you can do to make a difference in people's lives.
And I think as well, it comes down to relatability too. Like, we're in my kitchen right now. This, like, behind us, like, pretty much right here, is literally where I dance when I get a new member in the social club.
Aww,
and you dance.
I love that.
You literally dance every time.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, you can relate to that feeling because that's how we feel all the time.
And I appreciate it even more now that I am my own small business owner, because I'm like, I feel it so much deeper now.
Cute.
Yeah.
So tell me about how you help businesses then. So, what do you do specifically?
Specifically, social media management and copywriting, which can be things for their newsletters and just social media themselves. And newsletters. Did I say newsletters?
Hi, babe.
Don't call.
Sorry for hanging up on you, but I was doing this.
So that and content creation.
Yes. And for the people that don't really know or understand, what is content creation?
It can be anything. It can be a lot of different things. For me, it is creating content for social media specifically, because I work mostly with social media clients. So that can be photos, it can be graphics, it can be content calendars. It can be...
She does my content calendars. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. So for all the social club members watching that have been in the social club for a while, remember when the content calendars were really shit? That's when I did them. And then remember when they got cute with all the emojis? That's when Eloise took over.
It was fun.
So she's very good at them.
Graphics, quote tiles, that sort of thing as well.
Cute. Cute. Okay, so what do you say to people who think starting a side hustle is too hard or not worth it?
I will say,
Hi, Zach.
yes, it's fucking hard. It is going to be hard.
Yes, I love the new calendars. I even print them off
Oh,
now. Yay! Thanks. Ooh, we just touched feet.
So, yes, it's going to be really hard and you're going to have to make sacrifices. But it is so worth it. When you are following your passion and when it's something that lights you up and brings you joy, it is going to be worth it in the long run.
Yeah.
I'm still I've only been doing this for 8 months. When I started my side hustle in August last year, and within 2 months I was full-time because I realized that, I think it was because I was following my passion and things just snowballed. I really believe that when you're on the right path, the momentum happens, the universe has your back and is like, cool, keep going on this track. I got so many clients and it got to the point where I was like, I actually can't manage both anymore. So you have to be willing to make sacrifices. When I was doing both, when I was working and side hustling, I didn't have weekends. I didn't sleep much. I was working every night. I was, working on my business and for my clients. And it was tough, and it still is tough.
Relate.
Yeah, it goes up and down. One day you're having the best high and the next day you're so low. Yeah. I was talking to people at the party on Saturday and I was saying how I was like, if I don't have a meltdown at least once a week, I know one's coming. And everyone was like, yes, there's meltdowns all the time.
It's so true.
But you have to pick yourself up, and those meltdowns happen for a reason, and then you're like, okay, stop feeling sorry for yourself, or that happened, but you can pick yourself up from it, and there's a learning from this.
Yeah. I think as well, when you are a creative, your creativity doesn't start at 9 a.m. and stop at 5 p.m.
Yes.
100% yes.
Yes. So that's why the meltdowns can happen at any time. I had one at about 1 a.m. this morning, so that wasn't great, but it happens. Yeah. That's life.
Yeah, exactly. They are just going to happen, and it's going to be tough, and it's going to, you're going to sacrifice your social life for a while, but if you want it and if you're passionate
Says
about
us
it,
who just had a massive party on the weekend.
Yeah,
you will have to sacrifice your social life.
But I did work all day Sunday because I was like, I'm going to this party because I deserve this party.
You did deserve it. Me too.
So yeah.
Okay, let's get into community Q&A. So for anyone that is watching that is currently working full-time or part-time, or basically just whatever you're doing, you're not enjoying it and you want to do something on the side, how do you decide what that side thing is?
I think kind of what I was saying in my story before, I was kind of lucky because I had people coming to me saying, you're good at this, and things that I probably wouldn't
specifically listen to what people say you're good at, because it's a funny thing. I remember before I was teaching social media, people would say to me all the time, I love your Instagram. I love this was just my personal. I love when Snapchat I was on Snapchat. I love following you on Snapchat. It's so funny on Snapchat, blah, blah, blah. And you're just like, thanks.
Yeah, you're just like, that's just...
And now that's what my job is.
It's
crazy.
Isn't it crazy? These things that happen.
So listen to what people say that you're good at. Don't worry about if it's making you money right now or not, but what do people say you're good at?
I think that's it, is don't make it about the money as well.
Yeah,
Never
absolutely.
make it about the money. For me, it was about the joy, and that's what my business is. When I've gotten to points in the last few months where I've had too many clients for me to be able to manage and not get stressed and overwhelmed. And it's made me realize, you know what? I started this business because I wanted to have the lifestyle I've always desired, and I wanted it to be joyful. I wanted to be happy with what I was doing. So, make it about that. Anyway, back to the question, because we definitely tangented then. How do you decide what your side hustle is going to be? I think that...
Yes, we did.
One really good way to figure this out, listening to what other people say, but kind of write a list of the things that you're good at, the things that you have skills in, and the things that you love doing. And you'll probably notice a pattern, and then you can find things that are like going to pair up. So there's that is one way, and that's one thing that I kind of did, because when I started this side hustle, I started 2.
Oh, what else did you say?
So, because everyone knows how much I love dogs, I was like, I'm going to be a dog walker. I made the logo, I made the Instagram page, I made the Facebook page and everything.
What was it called?
I don't like it as much. On All Paws.
Stop it.
Now people are going to look that up, because I'm pretty sure it's still out there somewhere.
I love it. That's so funny.
But because I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. These are my 2 avenues. I honestly thought the dog walking was where it was going to be, because I friggin' love dogs and I love being around animals.
Yeah.
And then this is the thing that went crazy. I think it's because I was like, I didn't believe in myself at first.
Yeah.
And
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your story, I saw your live yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know what's going to go where, but for whatever reason,
everything works out.
It just works out.
Yeah.
So they were really good tips.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Okay. How do you know what people actually want or need help with?
Again, people
will say.
People will tell you, and if they don't tell you, it's about researching. So if you've got your idea, you've got your idea, you know you want to do it, then it's about seeing if there's actually a demand for it. So what's the point in starting something if there's like heaps of people already doing it, or if there's no one else, like there's no audience for you to do it. So and when that happens, finding your niche, like really niching down and figuring out what's going to make you different from everyone else, because virtual assistants is highly competitive.
Totally.
When I first started, I had no idea about it. Like people had said I should do it, and I was like, I don't really know that much about it.
Yeah.
And now that I'm in this space, I'm like, whoa, they're everywhere. But I am very niche down to a certain industry and a certain ideal client. So when other people come to me, I'm like, this isn't for me.
That's a big, 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 big tip there, my friends.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding.
You don't want to spread yourself too thin. I have people coming to me.
Peanut butter.
That should never be thin.
Or avocado.
Yeah.
What else should never be thin?
Nutella.
No, I wasn't going for that.
Oh. Of course.
Yes.
Naughty. The truth.
Okay, we're getting distracted.
I'm on your Tom and Marcus to watch.
We just lost 2 followers.
Okay, back to proper stuff. Really niche down. I don't think I mentioned this before, but I work with health, wellness, and beauty. And when I first started, I thought I would do more, but that didn't light me up, so I stopped. And then there's so many other people that do specialise in different areas. And I've got a really good bunch of people that I refer people onto now as well. Yeah. There is enough success to go around.
Oh my gosh, isn't there
everyone needs help. Whether you think it's a saturated market or there's heaps of people doing this, think about brows and beauty, right? They're everywhere. Makeup artists.
The way I like to look at it is think about water. You can get water for free out of the tap, or you can pay for a bottle of water. And how many different brands of water are there that sell every single day? So it's just about defining your point of difference. If your market is super saturated. If your market is super saturated, define your point of difference and really accentuate that in every touch point with your business. Yeah. Define your ideal client as in one person, bring it right down to one person. Specifics, because that will change everything that you do in your business and in your social media, and you will start creating content that's valuable to this person, which is going to attract more of
those
this
things,
person.
yeah.
And it's really important to do. And then there was one more thing that I was thinking of.
Niching down, not spreading
Peanut butter. I don't know. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. Okay. Next question. Oh, no, that's the thing. Use Facebook groups to do market research. So Facebook groups are an invaluable resource for not just small business owners, but anyone that's thinking about getting into a small business. Join a group full of your target market for whatever it is that you're planning to sell, because this is a big tip. Just because you like a product or service does not mean people need it or are going to buy it. So the best thing that you can do is join a Facebook group, ask the people in the group, this is what I'm planning to sell, this is the service that I'm planning to offer, would you buy it, how much would you pay for it, are there specific things that you need, blah, 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 blah. You can get all of the answers in there. It doesn't cost you a cent before you then spend a cent in your business.
Yeah, that's excellent. This is why she's the pro.
I've done this before. Okay, so how to not be taken advantage of and know your worth. What are your tips for that?
Oh, this is a hard one.
I feel like I just feel like this is a part of starting a business.
Yeah, I feel like it too. You have to kind of be you have to be, well, mate, I don't wish this on anyone.
No, not at all, but it's just what happens.
It's what happens, because you don't really, at the start, like we were saying before, is how I was like, when I started, I was like, no one's going to pay me for this because this is easy and fun for me.
Yeah.
So when you go in with that mentality, you're like, okay, if no one's going to pay me for this, I better make my price really low because they're not actually going to value what I've got to offer.
Yeah.
So yes, definitely made that mistake when I first started. It was ridiculous how little that
I was on $8 an hour. But I was loving what I was doing, so I didn't even care. You know? And that's the thing, again, because you're led by your passion and you're not being led by making money, you're happy to do things for nothing.
True.
And then it gets to a point where you're like, this is fucked.
Yeah, and you're
What did Ash say? I figured it would be a good question for everyone else wanting to start or have a small business. Thanks, girl.
Thank you for asking.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah, I had a thought then, but I can't remember what it was. But
It's
yes,
gone.
I think knowing your worth comes down to knowing your own value and what you offer. If people are coming to you saying, I need help with this, then they obviously value it.
Yeah.
So you first need to value your own self and your own skills and your own product or service, so that other people do as well.
And that comes over time, because you could say, okay, I'm going to launch my business and tomorrow I'm going to charge $500 an hour for consulting. But you won't have gone through the process of people ripping you off and realizing how much extra time is involved, and you won't back and believe in that price at the start. Or maybe there are some people that do, but
I would also
it's hard.
Yeah, I've been burned along the way. I've had people not pay their invoices. I've had realised
pay your invoices.
Yes.
Pay your
I'm a small
bills.
business too. I need the money to keep going. But yeah, it's just
Do
like,
I pay my bills?
you
on
do
time?
that so good.
I pay
Thanks.
everything straight away because I know what it's like to not get paid. It's fucking infuriating.
Yeah, and because then it's time as well that you're chasing things up, and
Yeah.
so like what Brooke said, you will learn it along the way, because things that you think are only going to take an hour might take longer, or there might be extra chasing up and stuff like that. So you have to add that on. And one thing I didn't do was factor in that I'm not getting sick pay or sick leave or holidays, or the tax doesn't come out automatically.
That's
so
right.
these are things that you have to add on as well.
Never give free advice when asked a question directly. Who's Black Mirage Books?
Oh, she's an author. I used to work with her at the
Hi.
bookstore,
Really?
and now she's her own author.
Oh, stop it. I love
That's
it.
actually a very good point.
See, Ants, a huge roadblock for me is coming up with a business name. What are your tips to coming up with the name? Ooh, good question.
I'm not very good at this. I feel like I need to change my name. Maybe you're better off at this.
Well, if you watched my live yesterday, you will know that my business name, where my business name came from. So I think, it's a hard one.
I think sometimes you make
it up.
Yeah.
Just something will feel right.
And I think with me being a personal service, like a personal brand, and I'm the only person that works in my business, my name was just like the easy thing.
I need to change my name. People think it's a porn site.
What is it?
The Virtual Blonde.
Oh,
okay.
Oh yeah, I can see that now.
Why.
I've never thought that before, though.
Sorry, but I can see why. But I think it's cute. But I can also see why. But also, like, anything can be turned porn.
I know, like
these
on
days.
all pause. I didn't realise when I started it. I was like, this is such a cute name. It's a play on words. And then my sister was like, it's
Mine
got
took 2
connotations.
months. It came to me accidentally. Yeah, it's one of those things that I just think, ask people as well. Have a look at what other people's business names are. Hashtag search what you're planning to do in Instagram. And that would be my best tip, probably. See what other people are calling themselves. So you could like hashtag search virtual assistant, and then when you search the tag, a whole bunch of accounts will come up, and see what they're all called, or hashtag search whatever it is that you're planning to do, and just have a look. But ultimately, it's your business, it's your story, and don't listen to if I listened to everyone that said my business name has nothing to do with social media, I would have changed my business name 1,000 times. But I've still managed to find a way to make it work.
Yeah.
And it's special to me, and I will never change it now, because Feeler Management is my baby.
And if you changed your name now, they'll be like, who? Like, well, not like you definitely have your personal brand, but if Feeler Management like just disappeared, they'll be like, oh, what happened to that? Because they connect with that now.
Totally.
But
It
what
just
you said
becomes
about
part of the
asking
brand
other
story.
people is a good idea too, because you can't always be, I never get this right, objective or subjective? Objective, looking in at your own business. So sometimes another person's perspective, or a brainstorming session, or someone that you trust as well, can help with that too.
Yeah. I like that.
I don't
Did we tangent?
Well, someone asked that question, so, but yeah, we do that.
We do that. Now we do good. Hang on. How to not be taken advantage of and know your worth. That was the original
That
question.
was the original question. Did we answer it?
I just think this probably isn't very good advice to give, but I'm going to say it anyway. I just think it's a part of the process.
Yeah, 100%.
Don't, if someone's watching this, I keep touching.
I know, we're just
we're footing. If you're watching this and you have been taken advantage of, I don't really know anyone in business who hasn't at some point. So don't feel like you are the only one ever that has been absolutely rorted. It's part of what makes you stronger, and it's part of what down the track will give you the confidence to say no to things, or to charge a certain price, because you have to go through that process.
And you will have people who look at your prices and they're like, oh, no, that's too much for me. And then there'll be people that are like, oh, wow, girl, you're too cheap. I literally have had that in the last week. Someone say, sorry, too much for me. And another person be like, you should be charging way more for your services.
Yeah.
So
it's a mixed bag.
Exactly. And it's ultimately about whether they see the value in what you're offering. So don't get offended or change your prices because of what someone else says.
That takes time too.
Yeah.
There's been so many times when I've been offended about people either saying that what I'm charging is too much, and this was at the start when I was charging like nothing, and it really, really got to me. But over time you'll find the right. I think at the start as well, you think every single inquiry is the last
you're
customer
scared.
you're ever gonna get, and it's just not like that.
No,
there is
keep
so many
coming.
people in the world. Question: if they really value they'll absolutely pay, and sometimes not even ask about price. And that's
very true.
So that happens over time.
Yeah.
Okay, what is, in your opinion, the best way to grow an authentic local following?
Hashtags are definitely very helpful for this. So if you're talking Instagram specifically,
Yes.
location tagging.
I
think it's just part of our life now. So location tagging, so people can actually find you. If you're looking for people in Perth, like tag yourself in Perth, and the Perth specific hashtags, like Perth. I've connected with so many
Or
Perth
wherever
girl bosses.
you are.
Yeah, or wherever you are. I
Yeah.
should probably not be so specifically Perth, but yeah, Perth girl boss, Perth business. I have connected with so many people that way and found new businesses and like new services and products and stuff just by following that. So that's one way.
Yeah.
I also definitely think it's really important to connect with people offline as well as online.
Yes.
So if there's an opportunity, you can vouch for this massively with how you started, but it's like if there's an opportunity to go to a networking event or a catch up with people who are in similar or different industries but are small business owners as well.
Yeah.
Then,
Join a networking group, even if it's literally just a Facebook group. If you can't afford to join an actual physical membership group, are you girls Perth? We are Perth.
So
Get yourself in a community of other people that understand.
Yeah, and you'll find that
like Fusion Biz Babes is the one that we recommend if you're in Perth.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is amazing the connections you make, and you'll find that these people who you just went for a coffee with once will end up being such an integral part of your support network as well, because you'll find as a business owner or a side hustler, whatever you're doing, that when you talk to your friends or your normal group of friends, they will not get it. Like they'll try and empathize with you, but they won't get it. Your family as well, they just don't understand it, because having your own business is like nothing else. Like it is, like I was saying, it's like up and down. It's a whirlwind. It's got its highs, it's got its lows. You doubt yourself all the time, but it's so rewarding as well. So having that support network is super important. And I'm very thankful that I've connected with heaps of people online through Instagram, but a lot of them I've taken the friendship offline as well.
And you have to put yourself out there to do that, and that is really scary. The more you do it, the nicer you realize people are as well. You get this big fear that no one will understand me or no one will want to meet with me, but they do. I've never said no to anyone that's asked to meet up, and no one's ever said no to me.
I wouldn't say no to you either.
She said no to me. Just kidding.
That is true. Right now.
It's true. You put people on a pedestal and just think, why would they want to talk to me? But everyone's in the same boat. Here's this question. Did you say bus babes? I'm 3 hours out of Perth, would love great connections. Oh, biz babes. So BIZ, Fusion Biz Babes. I love networking events. Surrounding yourself with like-minded biz babes is the best. Woohoo!
It's scary as well. I'm a massive introvert, so going to things where I have to like bring out the extrovert in me is scary, but it's so worthwhile.
It's worthwhile.
And also you don't have to go to big events. You can just go to coffee one-on-one with someone, or like a small group of people. But yeah, it definitely helps. And I just had like an aha moment. But when you connect with these people, they're going to get to know you, and they might have people that end up being your clients or customers, because I'll be like, I met with this person, they have this shop or they have this service, you should get in touch with them. So it's the word of mouth, like it just,
the real human, use social media as the starting point, then take it offline, because there is no amount of hashtags, likes, followers that is going to beat that face-to-face connection with someone.
Yes.
That was a sexual one. Okay, next question. How do you turn likes into sales?
I feel like this is a little bit of a tricky one, but I kind of want to put it into perspective of, don't see Instagram and likes as the only way to get sales. See Instagram as a way to nurture your audience. So see it as a way to nurture those relationships, build community, because a like doesn't equal a sale. Someone's not going to land on your profile and be like, I really like that dress, I'm now going to go buy it straight away. I'm sure there's statistics out there about this, how it's like it takes a certain, isn't it like 8 touch points before someone actually connects with you? So see it as a nurture sequence. Like every like is another person connecting with your post or your content. And you never know what's going to happen in 6 months' time. They will buy from you, or they'll be ready. Everyone's not going to be ready at the same time to engage in your services or buy your product or become a customer of yours. So you've got to view it as this is for me to build the know, like, and trust factor. And once that's built, when people know who you are, they trust what you've got to say, and that they like you as well, you're going to be the first person they think of when they're ready for that service or that product.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well done. I like that answer. I'm just going to add to that obviously you can set up I can't talk today. Okay, segue. My foot is still swollen from the party on Saturday night, and I can't walk properly, and I can't go to the gym, and when I don't go to the gym, I can't think properly, and I'm dribbling thoughts. So
You're not actually.
Back to the beginning. You can set up product tagging on Instagram, which means literally with one tap, people can be directed to purchase your product, but that doesn't mean they are going to purchase your product. So it's about a 6-month lead time, I would say, from when a customer doesn't know anything about you and finds you on Instagram to when they will make a purchase if your product or services their needs and wants and desires. So yeah, you need to put in about 6 months. But the amazing thing about social media is it's not a closed one-off sale. After 6 months, they're invested in you because they know you and they want to support you and they want to be part of it. And that type of customer is invaluable. So they are the customers we want because they are your loyal customers. They're your repeat customers. They're customers that tell everyone to follow you and to purchase off you and how perfect that your product or service is for their needs. So that is what makes it worth it.
Yes, definitely.
Yes! 100% yes!
Okay. Can 100% of your clients come from Instagram? This is an interesting one.
I'm going to straight up say no. I don't think so at all. I still think that the most powerful form of advertising is word of mouth.
Yeah,
if someone's
agreed.
had a really good experience with you and they tell all their friends about it, then that is so much more powerful than someone just... And also because people's behavior on Instagram, some people do it, they just scroll. They like to get your content or they find value in what you've got, but they may never want to engage in your services or buy from you.
Mm-hmm.
It is, for a lot of people, it is just something to do in their spare time.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, word of mouth. My first 2 clients were people I already knew.
Mm-hmm.
So one was one of the people that actually very much kickstarted me to do this and said, if you did this, I'll be your first client. And she was.
Cute.
And the other person was someone that I've known for years, and when she saw that I was doing this, she was like, yep, cool, I want you to be my social media manager. And a lot of my inquiries come through Instagram and through my website, but a lot also come from word of mouth. And that's because when people have had a really great experience with you, they can't help but tell all their friends about it. Or if they've had a really good experience with the content that you post on Instagram, they're going to be like, oh cool, can you need to go check this person out, check out the value they offer.
Yep.
So yeah, word of mouth is really, really important. Yes, you can get clients from Instagram, but it's not 100. I wouldn't say it's 100%. What do you reckon?
I completely agree. I think there's a lot of people that think all of my clients come from Instagram. My clients come from motherfucking hustling all day, every fucking day for the past 4 years. So Instagram gives them that touch point to find out more about me, but I'm constantly going to networking events, meeting up with people, meeting up with businesses, pitching myself, hustling, like you name it, we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram is just a part of that process.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like what people, any marketing...
It's a great place to begin for free.
Yes.
Absolutely. I do not deny that at all, but there is so much more that will see you grow fast. People say to me all the time, your business is growing so quickly. Yeah, because I put so much time and effort into... There's so much more than what you see on Instagram going on.
And there's a strategy behind everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that we put on Instagram and social media, there is like a strategy behind it. It's not just pointless posting. It is about connecting with that audience and building a community and connecting with that ideal...
Genuinely caring as well. It sounds so simple, but genuinely giving a shit about people.
Yes.
And remembering the things they tell you and following up, it makes a really big difference.
Yeah.
There's a question here. What are your best tips for pitching to potential clients? Don't make it about the sale.
Don't make it about the sale.
That's my best tip.
I've actually never properly pitched to someone.
Okay, so when you're pitching to someone, it's not about you, it's about them.
It's what you can solve for them.
It's what you can do for them. How can you help them? If you lead with how your product or service is going to change their life or save them time or save them stress, they're the number 2 things people want help with in life. If you lead with that, the sale will come later on. So focus on that and building up that relationship first. If you want to get ideas of how to pitch, watch Shark Tank.
Yeah.
It's literally a TV show about pitching.
True.
Now, a lot of people know this. So every morning I spend, well, except this morning because my bung foot, I spend about an hour on the treadmill responding to Instagram messages. Before I had enough Instagram messages that would take me an hour to respond to, I would watch Shark Tank every morning. I would watch an episode of Shark Tank because while I was walking on the treadmill, because I found it so inspiring. It also taught me a lot about numbers in your business as well. Like, I get bored easily, and I can't read like a research paper about bass or something like that. I would go insane. But hang on, I missed the start, Brooke. Who's your friend and her Insta handle? This is Eloise, and her Insta handle is
Eloise Smith _VA.
VA. So I would watch Shark Tank to learn about business in an entertaining way that made me feel like
You were learning.
I wasn't learning about boring stuff about business. So if you want to learn how to pitch, or you want to learn about what numbers in your business are important, what sort of stats and figures that someone potentially investing in your business, whether it's giving you money to grow or whether it's literally purchasing a product or service off you, watch Shark Tank.
Good advice.
Okay, if you hit an Insta-wall, how many few times per week can you post without losing followers' engagement? All right, this is the best way that I can answer this question. I like to compare Instagram to diet and exercise, okay? So if you're eating really healthy and you're working out, you will in turn lose weight. If you stop working out and you stop eating healthy, you will either plateau and not lose any more weight, or you will gain weight. That's life.
That's just fact.
Instagram is literally exactly the same. So if you stop posting and you stop engaging, yeah, your followers may go down, your engagement may go down, but it's also not the end of the world, because just like diet and exercise, if you then want to lose weight, you know as soon as you start exercising again, as soon as you start eating properly, you'll lose weight. So if something else is going on in your life, the world is not going to end because you stopped posting.
Mm-hmm.
And something I think that is really powerful about Instagram that I'm only learning now as my account's getting bigger and bigger, the bigger your account is, the less you have to post.
Yeah, that's handy.
Yeah, sometimes I only post once a week.
That's one of the things. It's like, I guess if you are in the growth stage, and growth is your priority, or that's one of your goals, you kind of do need to be posting every day.
Yeah.
But saying that, if your posts are pretty like mediocre and they don't have valuable content and people aren't connecting with them, then there's almost no point. So if you're I actually posted about this last week about when you get the pressure of Instagram.
What size would you say is a big account? Well, I'm sorry to cut you off. On the Villa Management account, we're posting daily because we're still growing, but that account is growing faster than anything that I have ever seen before because of the consistency and the constant interaction.
Engaging as well.
Yeah, with my Villa Management account, I would say probably from when I hit about 15,000 followers, I started posting less. and was still growing. But I do a lot on my stories as well.
That's the other thing I was going to say. If you have a day where you're like, oh, I've got nothing to post on the gram, I think it's really important, if you can, if you're feeling up to it, is to post on stories as well, because you're still staying relevant. Like,
Totes.
people won't see you in the feed, but they'll see you on stories and they'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this person. But what you were saying before earlier was, if you don't post for a couple of days, people aren't going to notice.
You're not, without offending anyone, you are not important enough unless your name ends in Kardashian or you are literally some sort of celeb. People won't notice you're gone until you come back.
Yeah, and if you're gone for like a day or a few days or a week, it's not a big deal.
Fine.
And it also comes down to, like, if you're focusing too much on the followers, then you're kind of going about it in a little bit of the wrong way. And if you lose followers after 2 days without posting, those people probably were never going to buy from you anyway.
They're never going
They're
to
probably
purchase
a
from
bot.
you. Yeah, it's so true. And something to remember as well, the bigger that your account grows, the more your follower number will fluctuate because you're attracting more spam. It's just what happens.
Yeah.
So try and, again, I always bring it back to diet and exercise. Instead of focusing on that number on the scale, focus about how much more physical activity you can do. Focus about what food you're eating. Social media is the same. Don't focus on that follower number. Focus on how much time a day you spend engaging. Can you increase that? Maybe instead of spending 10 minutes a day engaging, can you spend 20 minutes a day engaging? Yeah. See what difference that makes. Focus on your content. If you're not getting good interaction on your content isn't good.
Yeah.
Pull back. Think about what you can really share of value, what's going to entertain, inspire, educate your ideal client. If you don't know where to begin, have a look at what other people in your industry are doing. Have a look at their posts that are getting really good engagement, and don't copy it, but pull it back. Yeah, and use it as inspiration for what you can share with your audience.
And check out your own content. What did really
your
well?
analytics.
Yeah, have a look at your analytics. See what did really well, and just be like, okay, so people connected to that. I'll do something similar to that again.
Yeah. Have a look at what people are saving as well. I think that's an insight that people don't take notice of enough, especially service-based businesses. If you're giving out valuable information and people are saving it, maybe they're saving it because the post was too big. So can you break it up into multiple posts that could be like little injections in their day of that value again? So there's lots that you can do. The information is there. You just need to be aware of it and look at it.
Yeah. And don't feel bad if you're having an off day and you don't feel like posting. It's better to not post than to post something that's half-hearted.
We all have off days. And if you need a break, take a break.
Yes,
it's fine.
You've got to look after yourself first in your own business.
Absolutely. Okay, so this is my question for you. Before you went full time.
Yes.
How did you manage your time? So for people that are watching this and they're thinking, okay, well, I have a full-time job. How am I supposed to also do other stuff on the side? Or I have a part-time job. What are your best tips on that?
Well, obviously, the point of it is you want to grow it, I'm guessing. So if you're starting a side hustle, you want to be able to do that full-time one day. So you do have to be prepared to make sacrifices at the start, that you are going to have less social time and less downtime. But one way to definitely manage your workload is to have a really structured time management plan. Like, know that I'm only going to spend this much time on this today, or I'm not going to let this blow out, or just be very good with your time management skills. And if you have the luxury of it, and if I had the luxury of it, I would have done this, outsource. So, for example, when I started my business, I had clients from the get-go. So I was working with clients and I was trying to build my website. If I had the money, I would have got someone else to build my website, because that killed me. That was a thing that I was doing after.
My website.
Yay, go us. We're tech.
We're tech.
So if you have that luxury, outsource the things that you don't enjoy or that are taking you too much time or taking you away from the things that are most important for your business.
While you've still got that reliable income stream.
Exactly.
Just FYI,
we don't have long. So
left.
that's a quick, succinct way of saying that. So time management is key. Definitely.
They were very good tips.
Thank you.
Yes!
Okay, in case this cuts out, I'm going to go to the end first.
Okay.
How can people find you if they want to work with you?
So you can find me on Instagram. That's the main place I hang out on Eloise Smith _VA. And my website is eloisesmithva.com. That's the best place to connect with me.
Do you have a newsletter?
She knows that I spent last night trying to set up my newsletter. I've been putting it off for so long. This is one of those times when you need to outsource. Who's good at MailChimp can do it for me. But I do have a subscribe button on my website.
Okay, so you can subscribe.
If you don't get an email afterwards, that's my bad, because I don't know if I've set it up properly.
We'll get
But
there.
I am
get there.
planning to do regular newsletters, because with more... I do very blog posty kind of content on my Instagram, and I know that even when I do that, I've got so much more to say, so I want to start doing more blogs and newsletters.
Okay.
So yeah, you can subscribe.
Good. Okay. What is the best piece of business advice you've ever received?
Stay true to you. Stay true to you. Don't compare yourself to other people. It's very hard not to, especially on social media, because you see all these things coming up all the time.
Yes.
But you can never be someone else. The thing that makes your business different from everybody else's is you, your personality, what you bring to it.
And people follow you on social media because they want to get to know you.
Yeah.
Social media allows a face to a business. And that's what people want, and that's the connection that they crave.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, just stay true to you. Don't compare yourself to other people, because one person's fully booked is going to be different to your fully booked.
Totally.
And
actually, that's a really good piece of advice. When I first started my business, and so I would hear people say like, oh my God, I'm fully booked for the next 12 months. And I'd be like, how? But then I would find out they only take 2 clients a week.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And yeah, exactly. So comparison is the thief of all joy, and it kills your creativity. As soon as you start getting really caught up in what everyone else is doing, like, it's so hard to bring that creativity back into your own business and to feel passionate about your business, because you start comparing to everyone else. So the best thing you can do is just stay in your lane and put your blinkers on and just don't look at what other people are doing. Yes, you can look at them for inspiration and chat to them for support, but don't compare how you're succeeding in your business to someone else's success, because it looks different to everyone. My idea of success is living a happy, joyful life and loving every minute of doing my business, while someone else's is earning a certain income.
Totally.
So that's one way to
It's
put it.
different for everyone.
Yeah.
What's next for Eloise Smith?
So I'll get my newsletter up.
MailChimp.
Yeah. So what I've realised recently is with social media management, I'm at capacity with my clients, but there's still a lot of people that want help from me. So I'm working on ways that I can help more people without having to do the one-on-one social media management, because I can't take any more one-on-one clients on at the moment. So I'm looking at different ways that I can help bigger, massive people, because
Yay.
again, the demand is there, and that's
exciting.
another way to...
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying at the moment, because MailChimp's at the bane of my existence.
Okay, we have 1 minute left. Is there anything you would like to say to the people that you haven't said?
I think, especially when this
Time
is
to write a book.
this is
do you
something
think you'll write a book?
I've always wanted to.
Cute. Look out, hitting books
Yeah.
soon.
But then, yeah, who knows? That may happen, but it's something that is all... When I was running my blog, that was something I always had in the back of my mind. I want to write a book one day.
Cute.
But one thing that I always drive home on my Instagram, because this is a very personal value for me, is be authentic. People can see through the bullshit. Don't try and copy what other people are doing, whether it's intentional or not. Just be authentic to who you are. People will connect with you for who you are as a person, and that's what you want. And there'll be people that don't like you, and there'll be people who love you, and that's fine. So So just, authenticity is key. And
there's a billion people on Instagram, so if one person doesn't like you,
it's okay.
It's fine.
It is fine. So authenticity is so important, and just be congruent with your own energy and what lights you up, and don't try and be someone else. Just be who you are. Just do you, boo.
Just do you. Okay, well, we came in under time.
But we didn't answer any questions, Soz.
We answered questions the whole way through.
Oh, Fallon, I'll buy you a book.
What
Okay.
Thank you to everyone that joined us for this live. It will be staying on Insta for 24 hours, and then it will be going on my YouTube channel, How to Socialize. So if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, head over. There's heaps of free webinars already on there.
Bye.
Bye. And thanks for being on.
No worries.
Thanks for being. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Have a super great day.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Yay, we did so good. Oh, and now we can say bye on here.
Bye.
So, if you have not yet liked this video, please tap the like button. And if you want more videos like this, please hit the button that says subscribe, and you will be notified every time a new video drops, which is every 2 weeks.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.